Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans on August 29, 2005. It left destruction, deaths, and much more that can be heard in the podcast After the Flood, published the 9th of September of 2005, where Ida Glass interviews many people that experienced firsthand the impact of Hurricane Katrina. They talk about the aftermath crisis that was not only provoked by the hurricane but the miscommunication between people and the police officer that did not allow them to go to the West Banks. They felt trapped in New Orleans as animals. They were desperate, out of food, water, and electricity, and without any hope. The images you just saw were devastating, but what it would be more devastating if you heard the podcast that I just told you about. That podcast showed the experience of people in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina. I feel so angry and disappointed and frustrated all at the same time because I put myself in the situation of those people and I cannot believe what they went through. I cannot even make myself in there because I will feel so bad and sad because I just imagine myself being at the convention center. It would be awful. They were trapped there. They were lied by police officers. They were without water, food, electricity. They were sleeping with garbage or being at the beach. Police officers were shooting at them and at those people that were trying to escape, that were trying to find a hope on the West Bank, but they were supposed to stay on the other side of the river in New Orleans and not go out. Or like the lying that they were telling to people all the time. The police officer is awful for me. They were telling them to line up for the buses when there wasn't any bus coming to help them. And I just put myself in the situation of police officers, and I know that's their job, and they were just told to do that, to not let people to the West Banks. But I don't think I would have done the same thing, because there's always another choice and another manner even to try to treat people. Even though you go with what they command you to do, you will have treat people different ways. So yeah, it's sadly and horrible the situations that they experience. Imagine that the ones they were supposed to rely on, the police officers weren't helping them. The ones helping were criminals and people with guns. Make sure the women weren't getting raped, getting food for the kids and all of that. And that's awful. I also think that this has a lot to do with what we're experiencing now with COVID. I just think the emotion, stress, it's very high as what I just experienced with COVID with my family. I have like not the same relationship as before and not the same with my friends, that I don't talk to them as much as I did when I was at school. And not only that, but Hurricane Katrina also show us that the communication between the government and the people is the most important thing, because it's what happened there, and also it's what has been happening last year in our community with Black Lives Matter, assault to the Capitol, the police brutality, and we have to erase all those errors.